Alright everyone, welcome back to the Subscribe Guys channel. I know it is relatively late. I will put it on the screen and you guys will have a plain idea of how late it actually is. I am doing this live stream around 3 o'clock in the morning. So I guess majority of you guys will only be able to see this video tomorrow, which is probably around 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock, whereby most of you are online. But just to give you guys a little bit of recap, for today's video, we will be working EHSB 2025 January paper 1. That is what we will be working tonight. So if you guys can see on the screen there, we are working the January 2021 paper 1 for human and social biology. So that's what we will be working tonight. So hopefully everyone's okay with that. I haven't really worked any paper ones in this channel yet as relates back to EHSB, but we will be starting today. So let's start without further ado. I will be doing another live stream for this. I can't tell you when, but it's definitely before the EHSB. I'm starting this early because I want you guys to be able to watch about the video if you missed anything or if you have any questions to ask before Csec, you could ask me. Right? We will be doing a group discussion in Discord. I did post the Discord link in my channel biography. So you guys could actually join from Discord and we could actually discuss. I will give you a fixed date when we will start discussions on what presumptuously will come and how we will handle that. So hopefully we have that out the way. Now let's. So the first question right off the bat, just get something to dry my throat. Guys, I just got disconnected there. I don't know how I got disconnected, but somehow I got disconnected. But anyways, let's start about with question 1, right off the bat. So it says, in which of the following cell structure does photosynthesis takes place? I believe majority of us know this. That is the chloroplast. So photosynthesis usually occurs in the chloroplast. It does not occur. So photosynthesis does not occur in the ribosome. It does not occur in the mitochondrion. Remember, mitochondrion is the powerhouse of the powerhouse. So there's something I want to put down. This is just NP. Could just take this down. So there's no way mitochondrion, the Golgi body, or the ribosome could actually function in that sense of where photosynthesis takes place. Photosynthesis always takes place in the chloroplast. And guys, sorry for the little lag. I don't know what happened. I just reconnected back, but we're back. So let's move on to question 2. The process that allows the color to spread through the water is called diffusion, right? So diffusion is the movement of particles from a region of water. So we have crystals, which is the crystal, right? Color spread through the water. We call that like a system of constant dehydration, or I like to call it constant dehydration. But it's basically whereby the cells actually spread out evenly within the container, basically creating a homogeneous mixture or a mixture that is evenly spread out. So with the diagram here, so with the diagram here, we have the crystals. This is the crystals right here. The crystals, this is the crystal, this thing good. So if we keep on storing these crystals, at least inside the bar or inside the container, that will eventually spread out in the container and take the form of it. So if we take like red dye, we take red dye and we throw it in a container, right? that red dye will spread throughout that whole container. So that's the concept that I really wanted to think out. So let's move on to three. So where we now three. In the human body, the process demonstrated in the diagram above occurs between what? Where does it occur? So we have skin and hair. It cannot be the skin and hair. The blood and the brain, the trachea and the esophagus, or the alveoli and the blood capillaries. We know that for diffusion to occur, you need to have something that could actually spread out. And that is what we consider to be the alveoli and the blood capillaries. That's where that occurs. So that's it for that. Where we know B, diffusion. So diffusion occurs in the alveoli and the blood capillaries, right? So hopefully get that out the way. Where we know four. In the food chain above, the primary producer is we have the phytoplankton, we have the zooplankton, and we have the jellyfish and the turtle. What is the primary producer? The primary producer is basically the thing that starts off, or basically the first stage in the product or within the food chain. As we know, if for example, if we have a triangle food chain, we usually start off with the primary producer, and as we go down, the energy decreases. No, as we go up, sorry for that. As we go up, the energy decreases. So this is a basic law when it comes to the food chain. I'm just using this triangle as an example. So let's just imagine for a minute that at the top of the food chain we have the phytoplankton. As we go down, the actual energy within the food chain decreases, right? So the primary producer is the plant or the things that start off the food chain process, which has the highest concentration of energy. As that energy goes up, sorry for nothing, that down, it's up. As that energy goes up, it actually decreases. So if we start off with the phytoplankton at the bottom, and if you could see at the bottom of it, that takes up the largest sphere. So let me just explain this in simple terms. So if you look here, let me just change the color. So we have the bottom is purple. If you could look right there, and that bottom right there takes up the most mass, right? And in this case, the correct answer for this is the phytoplankton, which is the primary producer, right? So we could have that out of the way. I don't know how many questions I can answer tonight, but I will not answer a lot because I don't want to delve too late. Because as I said before, it's very late, and I don't want to. I was trying to make it an hour, but my computer will probably die. All right, where are we? Item 5 refers the following diagram showing a leaf from a de-stretched potted plant. The plant is exposed to sunlight for a few days and the leaf is removed and tested for starch. That would be brown. Would be brown. If you left a leaf like probably long, you'll probably see it. If you basically left a leaf, and just just right. If you just left a leaf outside for a long period of time, it will eventually start to turn brown. It will eventually start to develop a brown color. It will not turn blue black. It will not turn white. It will turn white in the case that it is exposed to something acidic, right? So if a leaf is left in a container with acid or something acidic, and even in the smallest sense, it will turn white. It will lose its coloration. Like for example, if you took bleach and you put it in a container, and you take a leaf and you put that bleach, or you took that leaf and you put it in that container with that bleach, it will develop a whitish color. The coloration of the leaf to begin with will start to decentralize and would start to fade and develop a white color. Right, the green color is just a signal of actually good fermentation. So let's move on to the next question. I'll only answer up to question 10 for reasons. Item 6 to 7 refer to the following information on body mass index, BMI. So which of the following person is considered overweight? The actual person's overweight here, it might look like obese, which is 30, right? So we have, let's look at the information here, III, BMI, weight. So majority of people will look at this here, will look at 6 and say immediately, so they say it's considered overweight. So as we see here, to be overweight, you need to be between 25 to 29. So it's actually right up to here. So it would be III. Put that right up there. It would be III. That is a person that is obese in this case. The person in normal weight category has a weight in kg of, so underweight, normal weight is 18.5 to 24.9. At least that's what we could see there. So the answer for this here would be 54. Right? Because if you look right here, this is the normal portion. This is the normal weight, right? II, if you could just look right here, that's the normal weight. So the answer for this here would be 54. And if you guys want more HSB content, HSB videos, you could tell me, because if you don't really tell me anything, I will probably not make a lot of videos on HSB. So if you guys want more live streams with HSB, depending on the reaction, even if one person could probably type in the chat or type in the comments at the end of this video and say that I want HSB video for preparations for Csec for this year, I will do another live stream. All right, let's look at it. Which of the following diseases caused by a lack of vitamin, because of lack of vitamin A? That's night blindness, where we know 9. Which of the following is used to test for sugar in cereal? That is the Benedict solution. 10, where we know 10. Water is required by all living things in order to transport substances. So yes, that is all for now. We'll close at 10. This is one of my first HSB people 1 marathons. I will probably do a lot more, but it depends on what people really see. So if you guys don't say anything, if you don't tell me anything in the comments, if you just tell me that if you don't do anything, or I will probably not make a lot of videos on it. So at the end of this video, if you want more HSB videos for preparations, you guys could get a brush up on some things, on some points, and some notes that you need to know for the HSB examination this year. You can tell me in the comments below. With that, people, see you guys out.